What's up? I'm back, baby. And it feels so good to be back. Since we last talked, since I last saw you, I was right around that 200-pound range right now in this moment. 5 weeks in to a lean down, and we are at 193.5, so almost 7 pounds down in just 5 weeks. It's good to be back, and I know what some of you might be thinking. Who is this incredibly average-looking fella? Touche. My name is Chemo, and on here, I often go by Keemers. Either way, you can call me either one. But who am I? What does this chubby fella know about weight loss, and what the hell's he talking about? Well, here's some pictures of me, where I've been. I've been all the way damn near 300 pounds, and as I just mentioned, now here, we're down at 193.5, closing in already 100 pounds, and that has all happened while being a full-time college student, working while doing college, as well as here and now, being in a genuine career, working sometimes 50, 60 hours, it happens, and I apologize if I sound a little funky. I am still nearly now recovered from a little bit of a sinus infection, so we're getting back into it. Maybe you are a very busy college student, maybe you are a working professional, and maybe you, much like myself, look in the mirror and you see and you know deep down that you could be doing a little bit better. That's where it all started for me, just looking in the mirror and looking at pictures, looking at videos and being like, shit, man, where did I give up? And I've been wishy-washy with it. And it's because I've been very, very good throughout my life at winging it, at procrastination, at bare minimum to reach some sort of success. And I learned it in school. I learned how to get good grades doing the bare minimum, and it's just transitioned to now. I know my bad habits, and I know for me, if I do not create a outline or a true goal, and I just say, I'm going to lose weight, I'm not going to do it, and I'm just going to half-ass it because I'm good at half-assing. I'm giving myself an ultimatum. This will be the final shred down for me. I either hit my goal, or I stop all this. I either prove it to myself here and now, or yeah, that's it. So this here now is the announcement of the final shred down. This will be the last time that I make this push. I know that I'm better than that. I know that I can do it. Last year, I lost 27 pounds in 100 days, and I know I can do it again. And I know I can push all the way. We've made significant progress. We put on significant muscle. We're looking much, much better than we used to. And I know that I can keep going and get it the rest of the way. And I want to show you guys, in case any of you are interested. So let's get into it. Let's get after it. And I'm going to be sprinkling little tidbits of things I've learned, shortcomings, mindset shifts, psychology, things like that along the way. Let's go. The big focus of today is going to be, this one's a little more for the boys today. This is going to be the chest and tricep workout that I have worked on to help myself. I'm going to look for some old videos, some old pictures showing what my chest kind of used to look like in comparison to this here now, and how I helped build up some actual size, some density to the pecs to help myself actually have something here, and it helps create such a more athletic, big, kind of at least semi-muscled physique. So it really, really helps you start to add that on. And then if you're looking for the bigger arms, of course, you are also looking for those triceps to be nice and built up. And specifically, we're going to be focusing a lot on this bigger head, the long head of the tricep, lateral head out here. A lot of people already have it built up to some degree, but if you can put some emphasis for yourself on that bigger head, the long head, you'll add significant size to your arms, and you'll have that hang down effect here as well. I look a little flat because I've been sick, because I haven't been hungry enough to eat to fuel everything else. So I definitely look a little small right now. I'm not saying, I look night and day difference, but there is a difference. So today's focus is going to be on that chest and triceps. I got a little bit of bike in biking is important. If you've never biked, it's a very easy way for you to sneak in 200, 300 calories to that day like that. And I mean stationary bike. If you have a bike and you want to get out, more power to you. At the very least, hopefully you're walking around or getting some steps in. But along the way, that has been one of the biggest things that has helped to make the massive change from 300 to 193.5. All right, let's get into it. Biggest thing with fixing the chest, at least for me, where I started, was with this move here, incline bench, to force the chest to work its way up. This puts a little emphasis on the upper chest. And if you think about it, whether it's untrained, detrained, or just overweight, you either have little to no musculature here and some fatty tissue here at the bottom, which is going to cause that sagging look. And so building up the upper helps push everything up and create that density, that fullness. So at the very least, you even things out. In the long run, starting to create a full built chest is the goal. But at least in the short run, I spammed this. I spammed it a lot. And the big focus was just building that upper chest, pulling everything up, rounding it out, looking fuller, looking more athletic, looking a little more muscular, because you're building that upper body, the upper body, delts, chest, arms, to create that more, powerful, athletic look. And I think it's a huge thing that you can do as a benefit to make pretty big change pretty quickly. Give it a try. I will credit almost all of my most recent arm gains with this one move being one of the most integral pieces of it all. Personally, since the beginning of the year to now, I've added on 1/4 of an inch to my arms. Nothing earth-shattering, but for being semi-trained and adding any sort of measurable size, you can't complain about that. And for my buddy, who is a noob in the gym, he has his newbie gains going, and we actually put 1/2 an inch on his arms. So massive, massive gains, and this has been a core move inside of the program that I set up for the two of us. And I keep coming back to it because you can load it nice and heavy, you can get crazy with it, and you can do this with or without the Smith, but a single axis up and down Smith machine, I believe, is the best way to hit it. This is the JM press. Normally, I'd be hitting about 50 to 55. Today, still being a touch under the weather, we're gonna go 45s, see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Let's get after it. Let's talk about the mindset shift that I had near the beginning of all of this. It wasn't necessarily about hating myself or about disliking what I saw in the mirror. It was instead understanding, this does take work. It isn't the easiest thing in the world. But regardless of how hard it is, imagining my life as it was, nothing unchanged for a decade. Would that be what I would want? Would that be what would make me happy to live exactly how I'm living for the rest of my life, for even 5 years, 10 years? Because if nothing changes, right? And so you sit in exactly whatever you have right now. So look at your life right now. Is that what you want? I think that's one of the first questions you got to ask. And if the answer is not really, or a resounding no, I think that's all the answers that you need to begin to take action. Because if you don't, life's gonna look the same. That's how it works. Nothing's gonna change. And in 5, 10, 20, 30 years, when you look back, think about that. If this would have been 5 or 10 years later and nothing would have changed at all, and I would still be 300 pounds, and I mean, sure, I have a decent career, and things are okay, but they could be better, right? And so that was something that I needed to shift in my mind. I needed to know that I needed to take steps forward, to change things, to do things, because I want more, you know. I know I could be better. I know I could do better. And it's all just a day at a time. And it starts with that one question, you know, are you happy with everything right now? And it doesn't have to be everything in life. Life's never going to be perfect. But like, the majority of your life, are you happy with it? If not, I mean, you got to be the source of that change. So, one day at a time, get better and better. All right. Now, when I set this up, pec deck, obviously. We always want, in my opinion, some level of stretch in a workout. What the hell is going on here? Why is this like this? What the hell was that? Why was that like that? Alright, some level of stretch in every workout. And it's not like massive stretch. You don't gotta worry about hitting the craziest range of motion humanly possible. Yada, 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 yada. Just feel a little bit of stretch, man. It's not gonna hurt you at all. And one, it feels good. Two, there's some evidence. Am I gonna say that it's better than anything else? No, I don't know. Am I a scientist? No. Do I really care if it is or isn't better? No. But if there's a chance that it does something to make more gains happen, why not include it? Because I'm still lifting weights. I'm still getting the stimulus. I'm just getting a different stimulus. And if you take it from a bodybuilding perspective, which, I mean, let's be honest, they know what they're doing. Getting the stretch. I mean, there's a lot of people who say it's a big factor. And Arnold, the GOAT himself, says, you know, chest stretching is one of the keys for him building his massive chesticles. Yeah, man's got some beautiful chesticles. Let's just all agree on that as well. So, big focus here on that crazy stretch right there. Whoo! That might mean reducing the weight a little bit. Maybe it'll hurt your ego. That sounds like a you problem. Alright, well, we set up this last move. We'll talk about one final thing, a little caveat for today. Still being sick. Normally, I would superset quite a bit. I'm a big believer in supersets. What are supersets? Kind of just chaining 2 or more moves together, usually 2 moves together, but back to back, minimal rest in between superset. So normally I would do that, but with still being a little stuffy, a little congested, I don't want to take any steps back. I want to be recovered so I can just get back to it and actually start hitting the gym ferociously again, and just really get after it, you know, because I've missed it enough. I had to take Friday of last week until full week. Wow, full week off. Now that I actually think about it. And last night, no, for 2 nights before, I decided, hey, go to bed without medicine and just let your body do its thing, and I'm sure you'll be fine because you're nearly fine. And I ended up waking up so recongested, like went in reverse. So, and then also coming to work out 2 days ago, I did back and buys, and I was constantly giving myself a headache and flaring up my sinus pressure. So today doesn't feel as bad. Definitely feel a little better. That's besides the point. You guys don't need to know all that. My point is, normally I'd superset to get a little crazier, get the calorie burning going, and then on top of that, I'd also be walking or jogging around the gym to increase my calorie output, keep the heart rate up just a little bit more. But again, not doing that because I want to recover, get back as fast as possible. So these cable skull crushers are amazing. So these are awesome, very awesome. And these work exactly what I was talking about previously. And then we started off talking about the long head of the tricep, the bigger one on the inside here. This is exactly for it. Time under tension is insane on this. Alrighty. Whew, what are we looking like? 285 calories, much lower than normal. Usually it'd be Already a touch over 300, maybe even 320, 340. Sick. Taking it easy. Getting back into the swing of things. 51 minutes. And that's with switching around, talking with you guys. If I just focus in, focus up, we could have been in here 40 minutes. Easy. So that's like just a quick little workout. I do 3 to 5 sets each typically. This time I just did 2, 2, 2, 2. Again, getting back into the swing of things. So filling up the chest, looking good. Continuing to pack on some sides of the arms as well. And we're getting there. We're getting there. So I'll meet you guys in the car. We'll debrief just a touch, and I'll tell you guys what the future kind of looks like. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the car. And and with that, we are sitting pretty at 755 calories today. So we got in 30 minutes of bike. That was about 200 calories. And then what did I say? Another 286. So 200, 300, that's 500 active calories, which typically, if I'm not working out and I'm just being lazy at home, this smartwatch typically reads right around the 230 range. So I always subtract at least 230 from whatever I'm doing. So my total number on my watch that I'm typically looking for is 800 at the least, which means that I'm burning about 500, 600 extra calories in my day. And a 500 calorie deficit pulled away from the day. If you do that across 7 days, that's a pound of weight loss. The other thing that I'm doing is eating a 500 calorie deficit. So that puts me in about a 1,000-ish calorie deficit. And if I wasn't sick, I'd be seeing about that 2-ish pounds of weight loss, which is close to about 1% a week of body weight, which is about as high as you want to push it before you start like really potentially losing some muscle along the way. And I don't want to lose any of the gains that I've made along the way because they're hard enough to come by. So why put myself in any sort of muscular deficit along the way, right? So if you're starting from absolute ground zero, I am of the opinion that you do not need to get your gym membership immediately. Get in there, be lifting, be running, be going absolute balls to the wall the second you decide that you want to start making strides to get better, right? I don't think you gotta be going that crazy. If you're truly at ground zero, I mean, I think you just need to actually start getting your walks in. If you have an apartment gym, if you have a work gym, if you have anything like that, getting in some time on the bike, getting in a little bit of incline walking just to start is plenty. That's exactly where I started. Incline walking. Go take a look at my old videos from the very start. Incline walking in the park. That's where I started, and I lost 27 pounds, almost 30 pounds at the very start by doing that. And then I started bringing the weight room back into it because I love lifting weights, and it'll help you along the way. Don't get me wrong. But to start out and be like, I'm gonna eat 1,000 less calories, I'm gonna start running every day, and I'm gonna go to the gym for an hour and lift every day. Like, dude, first off, that's crazy. I mean, ambitious, hell yeah, but like, by week 2, week 3, you're gonna be like, this fucking sucks. And rightfully so, because you're gonna be putting in an hour a day and going on a run maybe 30 minutes a day, and then you're also not gonna be eating enough. Like, come on, how does that sound fun, right? And it doesn't have to be fun, you know, but should it be hell? No. So all I came here to say was you don't gotta go balls to the wall and get absolutely crazy with it from the very start. If you're at true ground zero and you're working a desk job or something like that and you're not getting much activity in and you're eating shitty, let's start off with just maybe having one less ding dong ho ho Twinkie McDonald's burger a week. And even that, because a McDonald's burger is like 400 plus calories. If you're eating out once a week or more, like dropping that down a significant amount of calories right away, right off the bat. And that's going to be meaningful change, you know what I mean? And then if you're walking a little bit, adding in an extra 300 calories, let's say you subtract that burger, you get 400, and you walk, and you burn an extra 200 or 300. You're already going to be over that 500 threshold I was talking about. So that's already a pound a week. Like already, off the bat. You see how those were 2 very small changes? Very meaningful. You don't have to go crazy. I promise. I promise. And you will make progress. You just gotta be, I know it sounds cliche as shit, consistent. Just always be focusing on those small little changes. Hit them back to back to back to back to back. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. And you start slowly seeing it trick off that number on the scale. Down, 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 down. You start feeling more confident. You think you could do something with yourself because you're showing yourself the proof. And you get better. You get better. Alright. Well, hey, I'll catch you next time. And in the future, there will be meal prep. There will be other workouts. There will be at-home workouts. Because sometimes you can't afford a gym membership. That's fine, man. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. You only need a few little weights. You're gonna be set. And then also breakdowns of, again, mindset shifts. Mind shift sets. Mindset shifts. Meal preps. Home workouts. Gym workouts. Calisthenic workouts. Dare I say, some mud runner Spartan prep. One of my friends has been talking about it. And I want to do good. So that's going to probably have to be on the docket. You know what I mean? So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. This is the final shred down. And I'm not stopping this time. And if I do stop, that's it. That's it. No more trying to be something I'm obviously not. Can't keep lying to myself. I either do it or I don't. I'm too wishy-washy of a person. So this is my ultimatum to myself. Let's go. Let's get it done. I'm freaking ready. I'll see you next time. Peace.